So a while ago, I made a video series on why I'm a Christian and why I'm a believer, the science behind it. And as much as I loved making those videos, as much as I loved researching the science, and as interesting as it was, I couldn't help but feel like it was a chore that I had to complete. Instead of focusing on the process, I was focused on the goal. Sound familiar to anyone? It should. Because this goal-orientated mindset is one of the #1 factors for failure in life and living a life that is unsatisfied. It is a big problem that must be dealt with. Now, I'm not saying that having a goal is bad. After all, it is essential for living a happy and fulfilled life. It serves as a direction, an end to the task, a way that you're going, a checkpoint. To know that your work is meaningful and it's going to lead you somewhere. Probably. Focusing on this, though, is detrimental. Because instead of enjoying what you have in front of you, as your happiness changes from present joy to future task completion, your motivation plummets and your enthusiasm flushes itself right down the toilet. All you're left with is the task ahead, and all its major components, and the feeling of being overwhelmed. This mindset is primarily created by a guy called Sonmez. He's from the YouTube channel Bulldog Mindset. And although he didn't create it like I necessarily said, John is a massive founder, I would say. He has so many videos on it, it's unreal. It is the #1 advice he would give to someone when it comes to achieving success in anything. He's a massive self-help guy. This mindset is, like, all of these points basically have come from him. A few of them are my own, but he has so many different mindsets, so many different mental tools that he makes videos on. Today, we dissect the process mindset to avoid this catastrophe once and for all.
Welcome to the Spirit Renewed YouTube channel, where I help you renew your spirit for success.
Mindsets encompass a lot of different ideas into one neat little package. The research that I've done on the process mindset has 8 different steps. And we're going to look at all of these individually and analyze what they exactly mean. The basic idea is that results are out with your control, so you have to be motivated by the process itself. The first part is that results do not create fulfillment. Only happiness is found right now. You can't focus on something that won't give you happiness, because you won't be fulfilled and you'll be eternally unsatisfied. Putting this into practice, you must realize that nothing in this world, no matter what it is, it can never ultimately give you happiness. The only thing that can make you happy is enjoying what you're doing right now. Think about when you go out for a walk. Let's say you're walking from point A to point B, right? You're not going to be spending a huge amount of time at point B, let's say. Let's say it takes a while to get there and a while to get back. You're not going to spend much time at point B. But if you are focused on the goal, you're going to spend all this time here, which is the majority of your time outside, unhappy. Only here, at point B, will you actually enjoy yourself. And that will last for a short time before you have to do the long trek back. See what I mean? The second part is that you have to be motivated by the work itself. So, instead of being motivated by the goal, the work itself should be so enjoyable that you're actually motivated by the work itself. Take something like writing a story, right? I love writing stories. I'm currently working on one right now. It's called God Quests, the story of Cobra Riker. And it's a Christian fantasy book. Now, I am completely focused on the process of this, and it's not very difficult for me to do because I absolutely love writing stories. And the joy and satisfaction I get is the creativity of coming up with new ideas, not reading over all the work that I've already put in. In fact, completing the task only gives me a sense of satisfaction, and it lasts a tiny little bit, and ultimately I just want to start something new right away. So that is a perfect example of how goals are not fulfilling at all. It's the process that is. That's just two examples of how the process being fun means that you can be motivated by the work itself. And this will help you immensely in focusing on set process. To expand on this in point 3, the process itself actually needs to be fulfilling. Even if you never reach the goal itself, the process itself has to bring fulfillment into your life. I'm not even guaranteed tomorrow. I could walk out onto the road and get hit by a car. God, please no. But you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You have to find happiness right now. And the work itself needs to bring fulfillment into your life. Me, getting up every day or every few days and shooting one of these videos, working on one of these videos is a very fulfilling process. I love the fact of sitting here and talking to you guys. I love the creative process of writing a script. I love the interest of actually researching something like this. And just doing this, even if I never ever get successful, and I have to do a daytime job for the rest of my life with this as a side hustle, I will still be fulfilled by it because I just love making these videos for you guys. Point number 4 states that you need to find contentment with your life right now. This is expanding on the last 3, but essentially, instead of feeling really empty, instead of always longing for more, there's something you can buy for a price of £0, and it's contentment. Okay? The idea of being satisfied with where you are, not too much obviously, because if you're too satisfied with where you are, then in reality you're just not going to be motivated to improve, and I speak from experience there. But you need to be content with where you are in life. Be happy with whatever it is that you're working on right now. Be happy with wherever you are in life. I am perfectly happy with where I am right now. I would love to move out. I would love to have a job. I would love to be free of my parents and completely in control of my environment. But I'm not right now, and that is perfectly fine. I love going to bridges. I love making these videos for you in my room. I love my room, even though it's a bit of a tip right now. Yeah, you need to be content with where you are in life, but you also need to be motivated to keep growing. You need to have a vision, an idea. Point number 5 is that the process alone should be so fulfilling to you, and it should make you so happy that the goal literally becomes irrelevant. Even if you never ever 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 reach that goal, this process needs to be so fulfilling that it doesn't ever matter whether or not you achieve this goal. Okay? That is a very, very hard mindset to adopt, but very, very important one, I'd say. Because a lot of times we want these goals, we want these things. But like I said, when it comes to my book, once I complete it, I just want another one to do. So ultimately, I am not bothered about how long it takes for me to write this book, because it's writing the book itself that I love. Expanding on the last point in point number 6, the goal is a direction. It's a checkpoint. It's an end to your task. That's it. Do not think of your goal as something that's going to make you happy. Do not think of your goal as something that's going to make you fulfilled. Do not think of your goal as anything other than like a compass, right? Because that's all of that it is. It's not what you get, it's who you become, John says. And that is very, very true. The person you become in achieving your goals is so much more important than what you actually get. If you make £1 million but lose your friends in the process, is that success? If you become very muscular, but you lose your health due to steroids instead, is that health? Is that success? No, it isn't. The goal is just a compass. It's a reminder of where you're going. That's it. Do not focus on it. Do not think, right, this day I'm going to get up and I'm going to make this progress towards my goal. No, just get up and think, right, I'm just going to do this task today because I love doing it. That's it. On to point number 7. You can't focus on something that's outside of your control. And that's exactly what goals are. Goals are within God's control, not ours. Elliot Hall says that his success with his YouTube channel and his business is the grace of God alone. Because think about it, when it comes to making a YouTube channel, you can't forcefully bring people to you. All you can do is pump out videos. So whether you call it God's, the universe, fate, or whether you just call it the natural course of time, it's not within your control. The universe has been planned out. Whether you believe that is chance alone, which requires a massive amount of faith because there's no evidence for that, or whether you believe it is by some kind of transcendent deity, which makes a lot more sense, it is not within your control, and it is by the grace of whatever is in control of time and everything within it. On to point number 8. This one I feel is unique to John Sonmez. If you take the right actions consistently, you will have a high probability of achieving success. This is what he says when people come to him and they say, John, I really want to make $1 million. John, I really want to get better with women. John, I really want to improve my physique. John, I really want to improve my mindset. He says, well, I can't guarantee that for you. Nobody can. But if you take these steps, which I'll show you, chances are you are going to achieve that goal. You might never achieve it. Sometimes, in fact, a lot of the time, you will take the right actions and they'll give you the wrong result. But through persistence, there is a very, very, very high chance that you will indeed achieve your goal. All in all, the process mindset is incredibly difficult to master. It's got a lot of depth to it, and I'm sure that there is a lot more points that you guys could find if you did your research. This is what John would class as the #1 best advice in the world he would give to someone when it comes to success, and he's a millionaire. I think this is, especially in my experience, one of the most profoundly life-changing things that I have ever learned. And I know that if you put this into practice, you can have the same kind of results. See you next time. Bye.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, drop a like and consider subscribing for more wisdom and personal development tips. God bless you guys. Goodbye.